I am a child and still love sweets that turn my tongue blue. Not apologising for that, that's just me. What are you gonna do? Love it. Anyway, enough of that. Watching Nooklings, we are diving into writing today because I am on the third draft of my novel, as you may know if you've been watching my vlogs, and I really want to crack on, get it done. I've set myself a deadline for the 15th of December, which happens to be my birthday, but I really want to see how much I can get done this week before I head back to work. And I just wanted to go over the acetate sheets and the notes I've got here. Like, I doubt the camera's going to see it too much because of the lighting and everything. But on this bottom one, we've got 5 sections to go through. So things that need fixing are over here, the antagonist. As I mentioned in the vlog, there is just so much wrong with the antagonist. She's not antagonizing enough. Yeah, she just, like, I had it in my head things she was gonna do, but I just never portrayed that in the story. So that's actually been my main focus whilst I have been working on the third draft. I've been rewriting chapters with her in completely. Then this section is world building stuff, so it's things like how electricity works, and how people communicate with each other if they don't have Nooklings. If you weren't aware, Nooklings are actually from this book, and not everyone has one, only sort of creative people have them. So yeah, I needed a way for everyone else to communicate, and the biggest thing which I left off with on my last writing video was the redefining the magic system. I think I've pretty much got that sorted now, and how that's going to work. Might still need a few tweaks, which I haven't done yet. This section is just filling all the plot holes. So that is like my main side character. His background, he's the one where I mentioned in that writing video, I didn't set him up properly in the start of the book, so most of that is to do with him. And there's a couple of characters I didn't leave them out, they were in it but not in it as much as I wanted. Certainly from the original draft of the book before it became fantasy, they were really heavily involved in the storyline, and they've kind of been sidelined, and I want to bring them back a bit more because I love their characters. So there's those, and then the bottom down here, oh, and we've also got Connor's friendship with one of the other characters that needs building on a bit. Just the friendship's there, but it needs to just improve a bit more. And then down the bottom is mostly name changes that I need to figure out. I think I've only done 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. I needed to rename one of the dragons. I didn't like her name. And one of them, the character had like a title, but he didn't have an actual name. Now he has a name, I think. I've got 2 I've been playing around with, and yeah, I just need to decide which one I'm going to use. And then I've got a second acetate up the top there, which I'm not getting up to show you that because, like I say, you probably won't be able to read it anyway with the lighting. And that's just more sort of inconsistencies. Like, I have one part where Connor and his dragon is injured, Connor feels his pain, but it only literally happens like twice, and it doesn't happen the other way around. My speaker's shutting off, if you heard that. Didn't know it did that. I've never left it on that long. There we go. It's one of those. So yeah, it's things like that. And what else is up there? No, that's pretty much the main thing. Everything else is kind of what's on this sheet, but explained a bit more. So what I'm going to do, you've already seen me making these notes and some other notes of the manuscript, but I'm going to jump into typing up some of what I've already done for the antagonist and some of the editing changes I've already made notes of. So yeah, let's dive into some writing. Yes, my desk is a little bit messy, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And I do have some random things on there, but you know, it is what it is. And I find that I can write in this situation. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do any typing up on my new computer, because I found previously on the old PC that what would happen is I'd get too distracted way too easily, because obviously it's connected to the internet. I've got my Discord set to do not disturb sort of semi-permanently now anyway, because it would always frustrate me when I had messages going off whilst I was trying to watch YouTube or Netflix or something. But you know, I'd still go, oh, let me just check my messages on this website or that website, or oh, I need to look for something, and things like that. It wasn't even necessarily research. Like, if it's research, it's not so bad, because although being fantasy, this one has needed some research, because I have been using the Norse gods, just kind of loosely, you know, not sort of concretely based in the information that we do have, because obviously if you're not aware, what we have isn't very descriptive, isn't very definitive. Obviously there is quite a bit of description for some of them, like Odin, but others it's a bit more vague. Sometimes it's just a name mentioned, sometimes it's unclear as to if it's like another name for Odin or one of the others, and some of them I have used sort of more of how they're portrayed in the MCU, just because it fitted my storyline better that way, and it made sense as well in my head to have it more like that, and the main one being Hel. So yeah, but what I am doing, day one did not go as well as I would have liked, because I did get distracted, but I got a fair bit done, you know, typing up the sort of grammatical edits that I was doing, some name changes, and then into the first of the chapters from the antagonist, because how I've got it set now, and I'll probably keep it that way, I don't know, it will depend once it's all done and I do another read through, is alternating chapters between the protagonist and the antagonist. Just think it will just play better that way. You know, I recently read Elantris and it was done in a similar way because he had multiple points of view. So, you know, my idea for it didn't come from reading Elantris, but knowing that others have done it that way sort of helps. That, you know, people aren't going to be too jarred by it or anything like that, which is always reassuring. Day 2 was my absolute best day for working. I got so much done, so many edits and so many extra chapters typed up. Really happy with that progress. I think I worked for about 3 hours overall. It was sort of broken up a bit, but I'm fairly sure that's what I did, and like I say, I'm really happy with the progress I've made. Still a long way to go, but you know, the fact that I was able to do this was really good. And the other thing is, you know, I've been writing out these chapters in my notebook first thing in the morning when I get up. I think I've mentioned that I'm now getting up at 6:15 in the morning because on my work days I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning, so my theory being getting up at 6:15 is a little bit less of a shock to the system when it's then getting up at 4:30. So last week was my first full week doing this. I say full week, as I mentioned, it's only 2 days a week. This week is the second one, and today I actually ended up having to lie in till like 8:30, but I had a really rough night, which didn't help. So yeah, but as of tomorrow I'll be back going to getting up at 6:15, and I end up writing for about an hour or so depending. I am getting to a point where I might need the rest of the manuscript with me whilst I'm writing. It just depends, because for the most part it's like what the antagonist is doing, obviously, when she's not confronting the protagonist, and how she's slipping into the sort of more villainous line and arc, I should say. I'll find my words in the end. So yeah, she has been a lot of fun to write and just expand not just on her but on the overall world building, because I have brought things in that I haven't mentioned before or I've only sort of touched on. So yeah, it has been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get this finished. If I do get it done by December 15th, I'll be giving it to my first 2 readers. One is my mum. She does the grammatical edits for me, which is really good. You know, she does. A lot of people say don't give it to family members, but actually she's really good at sort of separating from that sort of, you know, just the you know, praising you because she's my mum kind of thing. And the other will be Jay, which I will actually read it to him, and it's a way I get used to reading aloud. And from what I've seen others say, that reading aloud you're also more likely to spot mistakes, which is always a bonus. And again, he'll give me his honest feedback. I know that he will. He always has done, which has been great. But I'm going to stop waffling and just listen to some music whilst I carry on typing.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more.
I think day 3 was my least productive day. I'm not sure. My mind has hyper focused on something, and this week it was really difficult to ignore it. Somehow I managed to on the Tuesday, but yeah, just by day 3 it was really bugging me. But what I find helpful is like I voice it, talk to Jay about it, and it's nothing serious. It's something I'll talk about in another video, but not appropriate for this one. So yeah, I didn't get a huge amount done, but overall I think I added about another 5,000 words or so to the book, which is not bad going. So yeah, really happy with the progress overall, even though I had a couple of slow days.